Welcome back to FIFA 17 The Journey. We are now on part 6 and we are continuing once again through the journeys of Alex Hunter with Swansea City.
Yay!
Who as of today, as the 12th of February, are actually doing pretty well. They just beat the Premier League champions by 2-0, meaning that Swansea pull away from relegation while Leicester are drawn even closer to it.
Not bad.
Well, for Swansea, but for Leicester, oh, they could be the first champions to get relegated. You've heard of that before? Go from riches to rags in one season. Anyway, just reading through my Twitter.
Yeah. Well, sorry, this guy.
Swansea are top of the Premier League.
But sorry, but Pedro will agree. This guy is not Sir Douchebag. He cannot make friends on Facebook quickly. Sorry.
Hey, wow, that's a weird sight. But then again, Leicester were top of the Premier League, so nothing can really shock me much these days.
Yep.
And our focus on training for today is passing.
Dwibs, you're forgetting that back in 2004, Greece won the European Championship.
Yeah,
How?
I wonder who they beat, Pedro.
I know, it's just the thing. Sometimes big underdog surprise victories happen. Come on, man.
Yeah, why does this shock you so much still?
Well, it's the unlikeliness that causes it, and well, then again, it happened recently in the Euros. Everyone expected France to win because it was in their home country, but guess who won instead?
We ourselves did it last year at the Euros, where we managed to win the tournament by being despite being the worst playing team.
That sets a good precedent. You can suck and still win.
Yes.
Well, that's
don't you see, Dwibs? We're trying to show the sucking teams that even you teams who suck can win trophies.
Well, Dwibs, in regards of a sport, even though it wasn't football, the best one in this regard was a skater guy from Australia called Ivan Bradbury. In one of the Winter Olympics, he actually managed to win the gold medal by almost doing absolutely nothing. Not even kidding.
So he's the real-life version of Luigi, then.
Kinda. I'll give you a video after this.
Basically, the aim of this one is simple: do a through pass, and so your teammate can get forward, and then do your best to score.
And if you pass through the cones, you get a better point.
I think so, yeah. For 3 goals.
Gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Sure.
Play through passes between the gates to your teammates.
All right.
Great, now FIFA's rhyming now. Alright, just wait till your teammate gets over there. Alright, you have to do it before that green line turns red. And...
Go.
There we go.
Nope.
Ow.
Something tells me you'll have to redo this one.
Let's find out, then, shall we? Okay, I can barely see that those. Okay, I'm nitpicking here, but you know those gates there at the back?
Mm-hmm.
I can barely make out Swansea's logo there.
No, I can see it easily.
I can just barely make it out though.
Maybe I'm probably the one with the most good eyesight here in the group.
Hey, I've got good eyesight too.
Oh, how nice for you.
Well, Joe, I know it's a bit of a personal question, but I forgot.
I've got a really good right eye, and I've got a bad left eye. So yes, I do have glasses.
Oh, okay.
Okay, an A and a B.
So you power up your... I technically have both eyes in good status, but it's actually been a while since I haven't checked them, so...
Fair point.
And yet it's still not good enough for me to get starting 11 for Miss I got sacked.
I should probably explain, my right eye is actually extremely great. It's the left eye that's kind of messed up.
Let's find out who our next match is against.
Why that guy has that shark avatar?
Oh boy, Hull City. Fellow relegation strugglers.
Okay.
Alright then.
But am I going to play as Alex or am I going to play as the whole team?
Oh,
Alex then.
So what do you have to do to impress the coach here?
Well, we'll find out when the bit loads.
And also, will the coach actually makes you start playing right from the beginning, or still have to wait a bit?
I'm on the subs bench.
About 30 minutes left, and it's time to bring on Alex Hunter.
Oh, there we go.
Impress the
Press the
boss.
ball 7.0, make a goal, and win the match. Well, straightforward.
Yeah. Well, what's the current score at the moment, though?
Let's see.
Oh, we're winning 3-1.
So it's already a good thing. You're already in advantage.
Yeah.
Well, he took no chances.
And you have already a point of 6.0, so...
Well, trying to do my research on young Alex Hunter, I actually caught up with his granddad, the legendary Jim Hunter, the other day, Alan. He was telling me about
legendary Jim Hunter.
He and Gareth Walker, Alex and Gareth Walker, were at
basically, whatever club you choose to go for, the story will be that that was his former club. So basically, so wait, is this game saying that a guy who played most of his career in Wales didn't pick up a Welsh accent at all?
Apparently. It can happen, Dwibs, I guess.
What happens with Shearer every time he comes over to England?
They cope with it well defensively.
And
now a throw in.
I didn't hear any of that. I cut out the call.
All right. Basically, Sherry, is it true? Didn't you say every time you go to England, you pick up an English accent?
Yes, I do. My mum complains about it.
Funny.
I guess traditions and stuff.
Yeah, you're from Wales, therefore you must have a Welsh accent, damn it.
Well, my family are very, very...
Yeah, they're very Welsh.
Come on, Dwibs, did you really thought you would score with that?
Stranger things have happened.
In an ideal world,
Sorry.
Funny enough, when I was watching the Six Nations game, I swear, like, most of the commentary team, I know it was in Wales, but you think most of them sounded Welsh to me.
Come on, Dwibs, you can do it.
And nope.
Throw in now.
Actually, I haven't checked what's the time of the score. Oh, another substitution. So, can it actually happen that Hunter gets substituted in the middle of the game?
I was doing some reading of other people's progress on this game, and apparently yes, but I think it depends on whether he's extremely tired out or whether he performs badly. Goal!
But it wasn't Hunter, sorry.
Someone scored at least, and now Swansea winning by 4-1.
Oh, Dyer.
Not the Dyer who wanted to take over Doctor Who. Thank God. I can't imagine it though. Exterminate yourself, you fucking wanker!
Classy.
Have you seen EastEnders, Shiwi? I mean, with him in it at least.
What? Dan?
With Danny Dyer, yeah.
Danny Dyer?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. My mum actually watches EastEnders. It's on in the house a lot. He's a barman. He's doing fine. He's doing fine.
Yay! You made it.
Alex Hunter scores. Well, because I've heard his acting. I've heard reception to his acting ranged from okay to no wonder he kept starring in shitty films. It matters his acting quality.
Huh.
His last film recently was he starred in a movie that has him playing a so lovable bigamist.
Yay.
I haven't seen him in any movies. I've mostly
seen him in EastEnders.
No, just TV in general.
Oh, TV stuff.
Yep. Although it'll be interesting to see him as the new Doctor, if he is the new Doctor.
Oh God! I imagine half the fan base will switch off in protest.
I forgot, Dwibs. Who do you want as the new Doctor, by the way?
Not really sure at this point. I mean, considering that there's a new showrunner coming in, anything can happen. And now
No,
saying
Tom.
We
why do I keep
probably
saying-
won't know until, unless information gets leaked, we probably won't know till the end of the year because the current actor said that his last episode will be the Christmas special.
As usual, Capaldi,
Yeah, which is a shame. I haven't watched much of his run. I've heard he was subject to some really awful scripts.
Yeah, well, remember,
I haven't watched
with Moffat,
any of the new
considering Moffat
series.
was still involved in a bunch of his career. Yeah, it's a shame because again, Capaldi was still was quickly becoming my new favorite Doctor after Eccleston.
You know, I'm starting to think that Alex is secretly doing steroids.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, I'm half tempted to do an edit on one of these videos where if Swansea win the league, I'll do one where it's like, and then Swansea was stripped of the title because Alex Hunter was found to have taken
Drug
drugs.
abuse, yeah.
So,
Well, I actually wonder, is there one of
the dog's chain for poor Swansea?
Is there one of the? Oh, that's clearly a tactical foul. Come on.
But he scored anyway.
Anyway.
Hey, biggest dick has scored.
Anyway, what I was saying. Oh yeah, is there actually one of the questions that the reporters can ask after the game? Is that if involves, you know, use of drugs and stuff like that?
Not from what I've played so far, no. Although apparently I did another bit of research. There is such a thing as game overs in this game, apparently.
Oh.
I guess you have to royally fuck up to get them.
Yeah, you have to be so shit that they sack you.
Of course.
But even I'm not that incompetent.
Well, considering how shit that means in games these days, you've got to like pretty much do nothing.
Yeah, it's not like in Pathfind Neo where you can just take the blue pill and it's game over.
Or you can be Ali Dia.
But yeah, it's even in Mass Effect, even some people actually calculated the most quote-unquote dickish part for a Shepard to be in Renegade for all the three games. 7-1, Jesus. Yeah, anyway, to calculate the most dickish Renegade part, and still doesn't count as a game over.
All right, let's see how well I did on the performance.
8.6, go to after, one goal, and you free anyone.
Such marvelous talent. And a corner shot to boot.
Well, Alex must be exhausted having to go back and forth from London to Swansea every day.
Yeah, playing does all the work anyway.
I already mentioned Dwibs this kind of activity, but I didn't mention how we actually called it. We have a name for it. Oh, sorry.
A few sub appearances, more than I expected. Think you might be able to come and see me play soon?
You have any idea how much flights to England cost these days, Alex?
You have no idea.
I'm learning now. Not a fortune, but maybe I can help you out.
Look, Alex, things are pretty mad here. Better be off, okay? Just don't get too dazzled.
Yeah, wait, Dad.
Bye, son.
Wow.
The issues.
Remote. Michael, what do you think you're doing?
Okay, now here comes the most unrealistic part of the whole story.
Joining our squad, we're confident we can push on from last season. Harry, how does it feel to have signed? Yeah, really excited. Buzzing to be here.
Yeah, Harry Kane joining Swansea?
That's what I'm doing here. Signed this morning.
Who?
Another striker.
Harry Kane. Okay, what the fuck happened? Why the hell is Harry Kane at Swansea?
I made a few calls
Yeah,
on the way over.
that's like if Didier Drogba suddenly decided to sign for Burnley.
So, without knowing this guy, what I'm guessing is what the game is.
Okay, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way, Theo. Imagine if for some reason Francesco Totti somehow came to Portugal, even though it's completely beneath him.
Okay. So this is the game throwing in a rival for Hunter to compete with.
Well, in terms of playing, yeah, but really, Harry Kane, of all the choices you could go for, you could sign for any club, like Man United or Chelsea, or any other.
Remember, Dwibs, this is the continuity where Swansea is winning everything.
Hey, Harry.
But it's still a bit. Whatever. I'm questioning reality in a game.
This is perfect fictional football universe.
Next match.
Wow.
Well, according to Swansea fans, yeah.
Well, actually, I'm gonna have to disagree there. I'm gonna have to side with Dwibs on this one because they're trying to, the whole point of this mode, I think at least, is for you to pretend that you're actually, you're actually become a player in the real football world. So they should try to make this as realistic as possible for the sake of immersion.
So wow,
yeah, this kind of takes you out of the.
Wow!
Really?
Oh my god! Wait! Hold on.
Well, that's the thing,
Hold on, Tio. I gotta say this.
Oh, sorry.
I never thought I'd see the day that Tio and Pedro, the big soccer game fans of our team, would be nitpicking a FIFA game, but it finally happened.
Swearing in the call.
Yeah, Pedro, Jova. First, it's not soccer, it's football, even though some language is allowed it. Second, I'm not a soccer fan, remember.
I think he meant Dwibs rather than Teo.
Yeah, I was talking to Dwibs and Pedro.
Anyway,
you misspoke and said Teo.
Anyway, my point is, even if we want to do that, you being immersed, the problem is that we're not using a generic character. This character as a story, as parents and everything. So it's not really someone the player fits his shoes in. If it's really what you said, Pedro, we would have something like a character customization or something.
Yeah, couldn't they have just made up their own player?
Well, that's what they did, Dwibs, unless you're talking about the actual players.
I meant in place of Harry Kane.
They made a pre-constructed player. What Dwibs means is that why we couldn't do like in Mass Effect, build our own player.
Yeah, and don't even get me started on. And don't even get me started on Xenoblade Chronicles X. You can actually choose who your voice actor is and everything to that detail.
Well, even in Mass Effect, Mass Effect now doesn't do like that. It's only one voice.
Yeah, Mass Effect had just one voice. I'm saying Xenoblade Chronicles X did the.
It seems roles as multiple voices.
Really, the only people I reckon the only people who can buy into that, or at least are too dazzled by it to really question it, are the fans of the club that you pick. So in this case, if a Swansea fan were playing this, this would be his wet dream, or his or her wet dream pretty much. Harry Kane joining Swansea, yay!
Really? I mean, is it really that much a deal? I mean, again, this is technically fictional.
You only say that because you don't know anything about football, Joe, but this makes no sense. Okay, imagine if Michael Jordan, Joe, for some reason, for no reason was hired, back when he was in his prime, was hired, left Chicago Bulls to go to like the lowest.
He kinda did do something like that, actually.
Well, the baseball thing?
Well, not just the baseball thing, but he was... You do know that he was on at least 3 different basketball teams in his career.
Anyway, whatever.
Have a seat. You know, lad, this league's more intense than anything you've ever experienced.
Mm-hmm.
It'll chew you up and spit you out if you're not 100% ready for it.
I'm ready.
Cliche dialogue
right
for
now,
the win.
you're doing all the right things to get noticed. And ordinarily, that would be enough to get you a start. But the manager feels it's still too soon for you to be starting a Premier League game.
What?
Let me guess, this always happens no matter how good you do.
Yes.
Probably.
That's an issue with this story. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking for like every little detail to count, but come on, you'd think that they would at least reward better play styles with different cutscenes.
Oh, Joe, but it gets worse in Part 8.
Yeah, it's like, seriously, LA Noire has different end cutscenes based on how you did, which definitely gives you a sense that you've actually accomplished something if you actually go out of your way to do it the best way possible.
Again, part 8. That's all I'll say. Anyway, I think coming up now is either training or our next game. Let's look at our Twitter feed. Mr. Alex Hunter on the team sheet, love it. And it's against the Premier League champions, Leicester.
How nice.
And funny enough, Swansea played Leicester today in real life. Swansea won.
Yay!
By 2 goals. And Leicester, whose attack were feared last season, haven't scored any. How times change. You go from being the top of the mountain to losing to a side in the English league who ain't even English.
Well, that's how Swansea ended up in the span of 2 years.
Well, hey, at least you're recovering.
It's going to be interesting, this game.
So what to do? Press the boss, score a goal and win the match. Oh, same as usual. Okay.
I should do a bit of research actually into why Welsh clubs entered the English league system. Might be surprised. But anyway, currently Swansea winning by 1-0.
Is there anything that determines what
No, these first few games are always like this.
But later on, you start entering from the beginning.
I start coming in more at the beginning.
Okay.
Probing away, trying to find
what the hell was that?
Yeah, terrible passage.
Oh, hello. See if I can get this. See if I can get this through. Jump over you. And
nice idea.
So close.
Here's the problem. It's already the second time is already almost over.
They've got the ball back by that interception.
Come on, where are you, Dwibs? Oh, there you go.
He's giving possession away here.
Well, I do need to be a bit. I do need to be up front a bit more so I can be ready to attack when I need to be attacking. By the way, guys, have you seen my thumbnail for this?
No.
Nope.
No.
I'll put it up while this is going on.
Poor timing. Dwibs, you need to get better for this match.
Get good.
Not just that, Dwibs, you know, time is on the essence.
They're still in with a shout. Got his shot off now. Great work.
You're really risking a lot.
Now the countdown is to 10 minutes left.
I'm only at 5.9 scoreline wise. Damn, I need to improve. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, I remember now.
I haven't messed up your football clubs, right?
No.
No.
First touch was poor.
Jova, what about you?
Pedro doesn't sound sure.
No. No, he's fine, Shu.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Jova, I was a bit confused on yours because there's 2 New York football clubs, New York Red Bulls and the recently formed New York City FC. So I just went for the New York City FC because unlike Red Bulls, it's actually in New York State.
Oh, nice.
Red Bulls are in New Jersey.
And no one likes New Jersey.
Not even Steven Universe, not South Park.
Not even New Jersey.
I remember an episode of the Yogi Bear crossover cartoon where aliens invaded New Jersey because they couldn't invade the other places on Earth.
We've only got 7 minutes remaining now.
I wonder, would you rather go to Raccoon City or New Jersey? Choose wisely.
Could be dangerous.
All right. Oh, hang on. Can it? Will this be it?
Look at the coaching manual.
Oh, God damn it.
Caught too square.
This isn't going well for poor Ali.
Not really, Dwibs.
Well, every player has a off performance every now and again. Hey, where's Harry Kane?
Yeah, should have been in this match too.
Yeah, I mean, you get Harry Kane, use him unless he's been subbed off and he scored the goal. Oh, hang on. Oh.
Yay! There we go. Now you're back on track.
And I did it on semi-pro. Yay!
Woohoo! Whatever that means.
How about that for a goal?
Well, coming in from the right, that was so inviting, wonderful.
Oh, also,
delivery.
hang on. I won't get another chance. Leicester are being defeated by Swansea, so I'm just going to do this now. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Just widen the margin here to 2-0. And Morgan.
7.5. But now let's see if I can hold on to this 2-1
Good
advantage.
forward play from them. A timely challenge. It was nicely worked until that point when it broke down. And now they've got to try and regain possession.
Okay.
Played down the wing, keeping the wide attack going.
And
Heads it towards goal.
oh,
Great work by the goalkeeper. The ball is his and he's made sure he's protected it.
well, eventually, yeah.
All right.
Gurkanilla.
Who?
Who?
Canilla.
Gargamel.
Good position. They've worked this
Gangrel.
attack very well into quite a dangerous position now.
Oh my.
Comes in with a tackle.
Well, Gangrel from Action Man.
Action Man, the greatest hero of them all.
Hunter.
All right.
Kyle North.
Almost there. Well, we need to know the extra minutes.
We'll be coming up in just a second.
Two oohs around the crowd for a 3-minute
Oh, come on.
free kick given by the ref.
I think they said 3 minutes.
Well, Swansea City closing in on victory. That's what their fans think.
Jesus, the
Yeah, they
audience.
do, Martin, and I think they've got good reason to be optimistic here.
Yeah. See? +3, here you go.
They've coped with it well defensively.
Shoot!
Here's Dyer.
Oh,
Sorry, too high.
7.8, too high. Oh,
And here we go.
penalty!
Referee has pointed straight
Oh.
to the
Alright.
spot.
Way to end the match, I guess.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll get to take it.
There's gotta be someone else, I guess.
Someone else from the Swansea attacking force, yeah. As soon as we get past this bit.
Yes, I get it, EA. You managed to improve your audience engine and everything. Moving on.
You still got a long road to go.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, we saved it!
Penalty out.
Well, he wasn't going to be outwitted there, was he? He kept his eye on the ball and he guessed right.
Oh, yes he did, lad. Yes he did.
Now, if only they'd done that the past 2 times.
I know, right, lad.
Alright,
And so,
here we go.
Swansea win again.
And a very good game it was.
Da 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 da
That's a good
da da
win, isn't
da.
it? And
Shearer, is this realistic?
sure Alex will be
No.
happy with the goal,
Re-
especially
Not at the moment,
considering
no.
So let me, really, guys, you guys
Harry
choose
Kane,
a
Alan.
sports
It's a message
game
to the
for
manager.
realism.
Look, don't ignore me, you might have splashed out.
Well,
Big money
the series
signing, but
prides
I'm still
itself
here.
on being
Again,
realistic.
You do realize that falls into
Honestly,
the...
this is probably one of, if not the most realistic sports game I've ever seen.
Despite some missteps and everything, I'm still enjoying the story modes. So,
Yeah,
despite,
it's definitely
despite,
fun to commentate on, I'll give it that.
Yeah, despite the fact that a club like Swansea City can somehow attract Harry Kane.
That's a bad thing.
Let me
Again,
just say this, Joe. I don't know how it works over there where you live, but in Europe, players of Harry Kane's level will never find themselves at Swansea. It would never happen at all.
not even if it was once he started.
Okay. The only possible scenario is if he's like 36 and he wants like a really lowly club to basically, a club where they would just treat him as a god, even though he's getting old. Kind of like how Iker Casillas, the goalkeeper of Real Madrid, came to Porto because he's already like 34 at this point.
Or like when Peter Crouch went to Stoke City, and he's still there actually in his mid-30s.
We'll see that in the next part. See ya.
All right,
See you, everybody.
So yeah.